Today we're diving into the name that seems to pop up every time someone mentions online courses or self-help gurus, Tai Lopez. If you've ever wondered, is this guy legit, or is he just another internet guru? You're in the right place. I am going to break down what he is all about and whether he is worth paying attention to or buy from. Before I start, if you're tired of scams and want a real solution for making money online, check out my #1 recommendation in the description below. Let's dive in. Now, if you've been on the internet in the last decade, you probably remember Tai Lopez's iconic "Here in My Garage" ad. That ad made him famous because when he posted that video on YouTube, it got such a huge reaction it inspired memes. He rode that wave of attention to sell multiple courses on a whole host of topics, ranging from social media marketing to entrepreneurship, just to mention a few. But then towards the end of 2020, he started fading from the online limelight as he started focusing on becoming an entrepreneur. That's because in 2019, he had founded a holding company called Retail E-commerce Ventures together with Alex Mayer. They started acquiring struggling retail brands to transform them into successful online businesses. When I say acquired, I mean they bought the intellectual property of these businesses to relaunch them as online-only e-commerce businesses. So, they were not acquiring the assets, which would have required a ton of money to purchase. They targeted well-known brick-and-mortar franchises with financial difficulties because this allowed them to buy their intellectual property at a discount. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. His new company was in trouble 4 years later when it emerged that it had cash problems and was exploring restructuring options. There was even talk of the company filing for bankruptcy because business was not doing well. Then it was announced earlier this year that most of its ventures were acquired by another holding company. As all this was happening, Tai Lopez was unusually quiet online and he barely posted on X. He was certainly not doing many ads except the occasional ones promoting a marketing course or his life coaching lessons. But with the retail e-commerce venture business seemingly winding down, he has reemerged. He has started doing ads for 67 Steps, and he seems to be a bit more aggressive than he had been over the past 2 years. Now, if you want to know whether Tai is the real deal, you've only got to take a close look at the 67 Steps program, because he has been at it for the longest time. It is his flagship program and it underpins his approach. I won't get into it in depth because I have done a dedicated review of the program that you can watch. I'll just go through some of its features to give you an insight into how Tai Lopez generally operates. Note that I am referring to how he runs it and not the content of the course, which is a whole other discussion. First, let me get this out of the way and say that based on what people say about him, I think Tai Lopez is misunderstood. You can't just put him in the scam category as most people on the internet seem to do. He is a complex character with his moments and, of course, his weaknesses. For example, I think the aggressive manner in which he markets his courses rubs some people the wrong way and they lump him in with the worst online scammers. I think it is hard to judge him based on that because the way the internet is set up, if you want to go viral, you must be a bit dramatic. He does go over the top with his message, much to my annoyance, but he is a product of his time, and you can tell that he is playing the game by its rules. The content of his courses is often delivered in an unstructured way, much like that viral video he shot in his garage on his iPhone. In the example of 67 Steps, you get 50 hours of content, but in most of his lessons, you get a few points and the rest is filler. He likes telling stories, anecdotes from his life, and of course, his main points. But if you pay attention, it almost feels like he is stretching a 10-minute concept into a 30-minute or even hour-long video. If you prefer that over a straight-to-the-point approach, you will enjoy it. But if that's not your style, it's easy to get agitated. Another feature of his courses is the upsells. 67 Steps is what's called a tripwire product that is cheap enough to lure you in, but the goal isn't just to sell you that one course. It's to get you into the funnel or the Tai Lopez ecosystem. There's a lot of talk about upsells, which often come in the form of a mastermind group, a closing system, a next-level program, or anything to get you to spend more. This can be an annoyance, but you can just ignore the upsells if you don't want to spend more money. So, is there value in what Tai Lopez espouses? Honestly, yes, but probably not in the way you think. The real value isn't necessarily in the content itself. It's in watching how Tai operates. If you're interested in sales, marketing, or personal branding, Tai Lopez is a masterclass in how to package and sell a product. If you pay attention to how he does it, you'll not even have to pay for his marketing courses. Just observe his ability to command attention, build authority, and create a sense of urgency. That's because Tai Lopez is a marketer. He's selling you a product, and he's very good at it. But is he the mentor or life coach he positions himself to be? That's for you to decide. Before you leave, if you're tired of scams and want a real solution for making money online, check out my #1 recommendation. Click the link in the description to see the best business to start online, which made me over $26,000 last month alone. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up below and subscribe for more.